This is the 2015 NCAA Men's and Women's Swimming and Diving Championships from Conroe ISD Natatorium in beautiful Shenandoah, Texas. I'm Russell Kramer of the North Coast Athletic Conference. We are wrapping up our final day of coverage from the 2015 championships, a four-day event that saw four-team top four finishes from NCAC schools, including one-team national championship as the Kenyon College Lords took home the program's third straight and 34th overall national title. These past 4 days saw 13 national championships, swims and dives, 79 All-American performances, and 67 honorable mention All-American performances. Let's go ahead and take a look at all the highlights from our final day of coverage. The first event of the final evening was the women's 1650, where Denison junior Taylor Johns led a Fab Five of NCAC All-American swims. Johns finished third, hitting the wall in 16:38.05. Junior Mariah Williamson of Kenyon finished fourth after dropping almost 3 seconds from her seed time, touching the wall in 16:45.22. Kenyon sophomore Alexa Korsberg averaged 29.97 seconds per 50 split and finished fifth with a time of 16:48.55. Denison sophomore Campbell Costley earned sixth with a time of 16:51.06, and Denison senior Eliza Flaherty turned in an eighth-place finish and earned All-American honors, hitting the wall in 16:56.42. On the men's side, Kenyon sophomore Arthur Conover set a new NCAA record to earn his first NCAA title, to lead 3 total NCAC All-American swims in the event. Joining Conover on the podium was Denison freshman Ben Burdick, who touched the wall in 15:40.70 to take home 7th, and Kenyon senior Joe Guilfoyle, who picked up an 8th-place finish in a time of 15:41.58. For Conover, it was his 7th career All-American swim and 4th this year, as he recorded the swim in a record time of 15:01.24. He talked about his outstanding performance after the race. Just to open up, obviously 1650. How important is patience in a race like this? Sort of mentally, what's going through your head when you step to the blocks, and consistency along with that patience? You were right there in the 27 split on the 50 almost every single time. That was very impressive to me. How important is that throughout the race?
I think in the 1650, it's all about consistency and swimming your own race. Just everyone has a different way of swimming it, and if you get too caught up in the race of what's going on near you, you're just going to get out of your head and it's going to mess you up a little bit.
15:01.24, new NCAA record. You finished third in this event as a freshman a season ago. You really battled with Andrew Greenhall there. You battled with him in the 500 earlier in the meet. Just talk about that two-way battle there at the front. As you were breathing, I sort of saw you kind of were checking in. Were you noticing sort of where he was and keeping him at a distance there?
Well, again, I just was trying to swim my own race, but it's amazing to have a competitor like him. It's always back and forth between us. I think that we've both really pushed each other to be the best that we can possibly be, and I'm looking forward to swimming against him for another 2 years.
Arthur, your 4th All-American swim this week. You've had an outstanding week in your sophomore season here at the National Championships. As a team, it's been fun for you guys. You guys have been relaxed all week. How important was getting things started off in the way you did en route to hopefully your 34th at program's National Championship tonight?
Well, it's just we always try to have as much fun at these meets as we can. It's just amazing to have such a team. We really we thrive competing with each other and pushing each other, and I just love those guys.
Sophomore Arthur Conover, the men's 1650 national champion of Kenyon College, again with a new NCAA record time. Arthur, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
In the women's 100 free, Denison sophomore Carolyn Kane earned another All-American honor, finishing second with a time of 50.17. Kane finished the week with 7 All-American swims and now puts her to 10 total for her career. Kenyon junior Hannah Cobb finished fourth with a time of 50.58, and Big Red junior Mary Van Leuven tied for 6th with a swim of 50.83. In the men's 200 back stroke, it was Kenyon senior Harrison Curley who closed out his career in style, setting a new NCAA record en route to his 4th career national title and 2nd straight in the event. Joining Curley on the podium was Denison sophomore Jack Lindell, who finished 3rd in a time of 1:45.66. Curley, who closes out his career at Kenyon with 10 career All-American honors, caught up with me after his race. Your third national title of this meet, fourth in your career as a Kenyon College Lord. Just what's your feeling like to end the 200 back is your race, and to end it on that positive note? What's that feeling for you?
It's incredible. It's my favorite race to swim, and I have a lot of confidence going into it, and it's always good knowing that I have that to wait for me at the end, and that I can try my hardest, put everything that I've really trained for into it, and just see what happens. And thankfully, I managed to pull ahead and win this one.
You defend your title. This is the 8th time in NCAA history that a swimmer has posted back-to-back wins in the 200 backstroke. Your 10th All-American swim as a Kenyon College Lord. You transfer in from Florida. You've had an outstanding last 2 years. Talk about the support that you've gotten at Kenyon, making that transition and really fitting in at home, and you've really found a nice niche and a nice place at Kenyon. What's that been like for you to have that support?
It's absolutely incredible. I'll never be able to come up with the words to really describe it. It's something that I'm going to be thankful for the rest of my life, and has really helped shape me as a person going into this next stage. And I love every single part of the Kenyon family and all the people that I have to support me, and I'll never be able to express how much it means to me.
And finally, Harrison, we've talked all week about just the relaxed fun that this group has been having. It hasn't wavered one bit from the first day to now. For this team that's looking at hopefully their 34th national champion as a program, for you to represent Kenyon and to be a part of this team, how much fun has this group had, and how do you try to embrace and enjoy this moment this evening and not look past it or not take any of it for granted?
Having fun is really our biggest priority, and we love to stress that every time, every meeting that we have, every time we get to hang out with each other. And that is really our biggest strength, and the biggest strength that we have as a program is that we are a bunch of idiots who really like to swim, and that's how we do it year in and year out. We've had so much success because every year we're the most fun team on deck, and that's why we are who we are. That's who Kenyon is as a swim and dive program, and I don't know what to say after that, but it's been an incredible ride, and I am incredibly thankful for it.
1:43.49, the 200 backstroke champion, senior Harrison Curley of the Kenyon College Lords, his third national championship of this meet, his fourth in his career, 10 All-American swims, an outstanding week. Harrison, congratulations and best of luck.
Thank you so much.
In the women's 200 breaststroke, Kenyon junior Katie Kessner led a trio of NCAC All-American swimmers, finishing 5th in a time of 2:17.01. Denison junior Marissa Benderek touched the wall in 2:18.63 to finish 7th, and Kenyon sophomore Ellie Crawford earned 8th with a swim of 2:20.47. In the men's race of the 200 breast, Kenyon sophomore Ian Reardon finished 6th in a time of 2:47. After the final individual event of the evening, the pool turned its attention to the diving well as Denison continued its outstanding performances on the springboard. Tonight, it was the 3-meter competition as Max Levy won his second straight individual title here at the 2015 championships. Levy, who won the 1-meter earlier in the meet, took home the 3-meter after a final dive of 68.15 to vault him into first place to take over for teammate Connor Dignan, who finished second. After his outstanding performance, I caught up with Levy after his dives. Max, it came down to that final dive. You nailed it with the 68.15. You needed it big when it counted the most, and you came through. Just mentally take me through that last dive. And was it something that once you hit the water, you felt you would accomplish your goal of getting back to the top of the podium?
Well, that last dive is one of my hardest dives for me, and just like every other dive, I just wiped my mind blank before doing it, and then once I hit the water, I thought it was a little bit shaky on the entry, but I just waited to see the scores, and I was very surprised.
Max, it's been a special week for you. You come in to Texas with no national championships, and you're walking away with 2. As I mentioned, winning the 1-meter 2 days ago and taking home the 3-meter this evening. Not only has it been a special week for you individually, but of the top 6 places on the 3-meter and the 1-meter, the Big Red are taking home 5 of those spots. What has this week, this experience been like for you in your sophomore season here at Nationals?
This is amazing for me. I'm very, very surprised and very happy about this. Very proud of all my teammates, especially the swimmers, especially Connor Dignan too. He did great, and I'm excited for next year.
Max, one of the things I think maybe a little bit difficult to adjust to is you go through prelims and there's quite a bit of downtime. You sort of have to mentally stay focused throughout the course of prelims. For you, how do you do that? How do you keep yourself sort of in game mode, in diving mode throughout that course? It's kind of tough to get a rhythm, I would imagine.
Well, I just listened to one song on repeat for for the entire prelims. Jump around, dance, just stay in my own zone, just stay focused, and that's how I do prelims.
Max Levy, your 2015 NCAA men's 3-meter diving champion. Again, Max sweeping the boards this year, taking home the 1 and 3 meter. Max, congratulations and best of luck the rest of your career.
Thank you very much.
The final events of the championship were the 400 free relay. It's always an electric atmosphere in the women's race, and in the women's race, Denison did not disappoint the crowd as the Big Red touched the wall in 3:21.49 to take home first. Joining Denison on the podium was Kenyon, who finished second with a time of 3:23.48. Denison, which swept the 2 and 400 free relay in 2015, caught up with me after the race. Rima, I'll start with you. Your senior year, your final race. Just what was that experience like for you standing at the blocks, knowing it was the last time you'd dive in and represent the Big Red in a race? To go out in this way, I'm sure it's got to be very satisfying.
It's been an extremely incredible experience for me. I've come a long way, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates, especially this relay. We've trained together every day for the last 2-3 years, and I'm going to miss them a lot, and I can't be happier for my relay and for my team.
Carolyn, it's been a special week for you. Your second nationals in your sophomore season. You've been a part of 7 All-American swims, 4 of which came on relay teams this week. What's this experience been like for you, and for you to close it out with this group in the 4 relay title? It's got to be a pretty special way to end it.
Yeah, the whole week's been just pretty amazing, feeding off of each other's races and swimming for the team, and of course ending on this note with these 3 great girls. It's just amazing. I love it.
Ashley, finals is something special about the atmosphere, and of course the 4 free relay is always electric, and to have it at nationals and to take home a victory, is that something you feed off the crowd? Do you feel the energy when you're in the pool and at the top of the blocks getting ready to dive in?
Oh, most definitely. Hearing our parents and our entire team cheering for us up on the blocks, it helps you to just swim as fast as you can, because that's what we came here for. It's great.
And finally, Mary, the anchor leg on this 4 free relay squad, Denison sweeping the 2 free and 4 free. Was that a goal coming into this week? And just to close it out in the manner that this team did, how special was this week for you guys?
Yeah, it was definitely a goal. I mean, coming out of conference, we were pretty confident. We did great at conference. So we really just wanted to represent Denison and how great our sprint program is there, and just show off how hard we've worked all season. So it's great.
The Denison University Big Red 4 free relay. It's champions of the 2015 NCAA Swimming and Diving Championships. Women, congratulations and best of luck in the rest of your careers.
Thank you.
On the men's side, the NCAC placed 4th, 5th, and 6th as Denison led the charge, hitting the wall in a time of 2:58.48. The Lords of Kenyon clocked in at 2:59.18, and DePaul earned All-American honors with a mark of 2:59.68. Before we take a look at the final team standings, let's take a look at the major award winners for 2015. As were announced at the end of competition, the NCAC took home 3 major awards. Denison sophomore Max Levy earned Diver of the Year on the men's side. Big Red diving coach Russ Bertram earned the Men's Diving Coach of the Year. And Kenyon head coach Jess Book took home Men's Swimming Coach of the Year. It was the second time in the last 3 years that Coach Book has earned the honor. Now to the final standings to see where our NCAC teams stacked up against the rest of the nation. First on the men's side, Kenyon earned its 3rd straight national title, an NCAA record 34th overall with a total of 468 points. The team's 34th national title ties the Lords with Oklahoma State University wrestling program for the most NCAA titles by any single program in any division. Denison finished second for the 3rd straight year with a total of 383 points in 2015. This year marks the program's 10th consecutive top 3 finish. Finally, DePauw equaled its best ever finish at the national level with an 11th place finish and a total of 125 points. The 125 points was just one shy of the program's record of 126 set back in 2008 when the Tigers also finished 11th. On the women's side, Denison led NCAC schools with its 7th NCAA runner-up performance with a total score of 457 points. The Big Red has finished no worse than 6th every year since 1992, now 24 straight years. The Kenyon ladies took home 4th with a total score of 404 points. For Kenyon, 2015 marked the 35th straight year the ladies have finished in the top 5 at the national level. DePauw rounded out the NCAC squads with a team score of 63 total points to finish 14th. 2015 marked the Tigers' best finish since the program's 9th place finish in 2008. That will wrap up the 2015 coverage of the NCAA Men's and Women's Swimming and Diving Championships, again from the Conover ISD Natatorium here in beautiful Shenandoah, Texas. Again, I'm Russell Kramer of the North Coast Athletic Conference. Congratulations to all our NCAC student athletes who performed outstanding over this 4-day event. Again, congratulations goes out to the Kenyon Lords, who takes home its program's 3rd straight and 34th overall men's national championship. We hope you have enjoyed our exclusive coverage here at the NCAA 2015 Swimming and Diving Championships. Again, be sure to log on to our website, www.northcoast.org, for all the latest comings, goings, and happenings of the NCAC. Thanks again so much for watching, and have a great day.